Hello, I'm Matt Haslam, but some of you might know me as Professor Pride. I'm a proud American and proud to be the interim vice president of the Pennsylvania Equality Project. Throughout my childhood and even now at 28 years old, there are people who tell me that one person speaking out cannot change the world, so they encourage me to stop trying. But when we think of one person changing the world, for many of us, certain names come to mind. For example, Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for African American equal rights. Or maybe you think of Justice Neil Gorsuch, who wrote the 6-3 opinion of the US Supreme Court on June 15, 2020, which made it illegal for employers to fire their workers for being LGBTQ. But you see, when I think of one person changing the world, I think about the voice of the people. While Martin Luther King Jr. was a great man, no doubt, if other people didn't peacefully assemble and make their voices heard alongside his, Martin's words would have failed. So the truth is, one person can change the world, but it's when voices combine in solidarity that massive changes can help all future generations. For the past few years, the Pennsylvania Equality Project has been reporting on stories, sharing with you all of the facts and letting you decide how you feel about those facts. We know that 80% of non-LGBTQ Americans support legislation such as the Equality Act, the PA Fairness Act, conversion therapy bans, LGBTQ education being mandatory in all schools, and many more. But sadly, we also know that these protections fall upon our elected officials to take action. So the question becomes, who do those officials answer to? And the answer, of course, is the American people. Us. We are their employer. They can no longer fire us for being LGBTQ, but we can surely fire them for not being LGBTQ friendly. However, here at the PA Equality Project, we sadly know that 1 in 5 LGBTQ Americans are not registered to vote in upcoming elections. And I know, at times our political system can be so frustrating that it seems like your one voice won't be heard through all the noise. At times, I feel that same way too. But I also know that no matter who leads us in the movement for basic human rights, their words mean nothing without the voices of the people by their side. So today I'm asking you to make your voices heard, not just on social media or in the ballot box for big ticket races like president, but I'm asking you to make your voices heard everywhere. Please register to vote in this year's election using the link below, but go back and vote in the election next year, and the one after that too. In years past, I'll admit that in the ballot box, I didn't always know all of the names in the down ballot races before I went to my local firehouse to cast my vote. But I have seen the effects of this. In my local races, we re-elect homophobic people to office because not enough people know who they are actually voting for. So nowadays, I take a few moments to look up what my ballot will look like using the website I will link second in the description of this video for you to use as well. I look at each race from president all the way down to school council members. Typically, you can find out what their platform bullet points are online, but if not, you can call their campaign office, because believe me, politicians love to talk about their platform, no matter how big of a race they are running. This way, when you go to your local firehouse or voter booth on election day, you will know that your voice is actually being heard in the ballots. And that is why I am proud that the PA Equality Project is the exclusive Pennsylvania partner with Drag Out the Vote in helping Pennsylvanians register to vote and helping them make an informed decision to reflect their personal beliefs. No matter who you end up voting for in any race, I encourage you to register to vote and to actually cast your vote, which is massively important. For those with family members who are more at risk for COVID-19, we encourage you to call your local election office and request an absentee ballot. And Pennsylvania is actually covering the cost of the mail-in ballots this year, so it won't cost you anything. For many out there, they will say this year's election is critical. But as someone who not only follows politics as an activist, but as a small business owner who works on campaigns. I can tell you that every election is critical. Every person you vote for has the power to help or hinder the causes you believe in most. So please register to vote using the link below. Research your ballot and make sure those people you vote for reflect the causes you believe in using the second link below. And most importantly, cast your vote on Election Day. Thank you. I'm Matt Haslam, and while I'm not running for any office, I approve this message because I still believe one person's voice can change the world.